Hi, my name is Brittany J. Jones. In this video, I will be showing you how to sew a double-pointed dart, also referred to as a contour dart or a fisheye dart. Let's get started. Double-pointed darts are really beautiful darts and they are used for many different reasons. You can use them just as a design element, as a way to eliminate some excess fabric and to add a little bit more shaping to the garment. And they also provide a more tailored contour look to the garment on your body. What makes double pointed darts different from a flat dart is the way that they are stitched and obviously the way that they look. For stitching a double pointed dart, you want to start in the center of the dart and then we work our way to one side. And then we just overlap those stitches again in the center and stitch to the other side. For the ends, we tie those in the knot the same way that we do a flat dart. I'm really excited for this tutorial, so let's get into the step-by-step way of how you can sew a double pointed dart. To transfer the markings, you can place a pin along the dart lines if you'd like, or you can just go ahead and transfer the circles on your line and then connect them with the ruler. For this type of dart, instead of using a straight ruler, I like to use a curved ruler. There are many types of curved rulers, but this is the one that I have on hand, and that is what I like to use. When placing it along the dart to transfer the line, you can see that from point to point, the curve of the dart lines up beautifully. If you do not have a curved dart, I do recommend transferring out your entire dart and then connecting the lines. To do that, you would just grab a pin and you want to place a pin directly through your dart lines, definitely through those circles. Place pins all the way through, and you just want to put a dash on the wrong side of your fabric. So just place pins through the circles, and again, if you do not have a curved ruler, you can just place pins through the legs as well so that you can transfer out your entire dart. To transfer your marking, you just want to fold it up and you want to mark directly through the circle. I've marked through this one. We're just gonna go over that circle a little bit more. So this is on one side, and then you will lift up your fabric and make that same marking on the wrong side. So just fold up your fabric and you want to transfer on the wrong side of the other fabric piece. If you find it difficult to mark on all the dark lines while you're folding your pattern piece back out of the way and just trying to transfer those markings onto your fabric, once you have one marking transferred, you can go ahead and remove that and just fold the pattern piece back so that you can transfer your next marking all the way until you have all your markings transferred. Once you have transferred your markings onto your fabric, and again, it's really important to make sure that you transfer all of your markings. These are all of the circles of my contour or double pointed dart. These are all the circles here that you see. Again, you may have transferred the lines as well, but it's important to make sure that you transfer all of the markings, not just for your dart, but for all the markings as well as the notches on your pattern piece. So now I'm going to go ahead and just grab my curved ruler here and I'm just going to connect my dots. It's important to take your time doing this. Don't rush through it. You want to make sure that you have really straight lines for your dart. Once you have it lined up, you can go ahead and transfer your marking. Once you have the dart markings transferred, the next step is to put the fabric right sides facing and pin through our dart legs, and then we can stitch it. So for this one here, I'm just going to place a pin through this circle here, and then I'm going to flip over to see if I'm coming up through the other leg. As you can see, I'm off, so I'm just going to adjust my pin, keeping it in the other leg. Just going to slide it over to get it even and come up through. So now I have the pin going through both circles and the dart legs, and I'm just going to secure my pin like so. I'm going to continue doing this down both sides of the dart. Now that we have our dart pinned, we can move on to stitching it. For stitching a double pointed dart, we want to start in the center of the dart. We're not going to back stitch, we're just going to start stitching here and we're going to stitch to one side. Instead of back stitching, we're going to leave long thread tails because we're going to tie a knot here. We're not going to back stitch at the point. To stitch the other side, we're going to come right back here where we started and we're going to overlap it just for a couple stitches. That is going to act as a back stitch right here at the center. And then again, we're going to stitch to the other side of the dart, not back stitching, but just leaving long thread tails so that we'll be able to tie a knot to secure the dart in place. Let's begin stitching now. Once we have one side of the dart stitched, now we're going to come back to the center and we're going to overlap our stitches for about 2 to 3 stitches. That is going to act as a back stitch here at the center, and then we can go ahead and stitch to the other side of the dart. Once you have your dart sewn, depending on the type of fabric you're working with, if you have like a mid to heavyweight fabric, you may need to clip your dart just so that it can lay flatter. So right here at the center of the dart, at that circle, you can just place a clip right to it. Do not clip through your stitches. And this will allow your dart to lay flat. Once you have it clipped, and again, this is according to not only your sewing directions, but also the fabric that you're using. Once you have it clipped, you can go ahead and press it and refer back to your sewing directions to see which direction it is telling you to press your dart. Once you have your dart pressed, now you can go ahead and continue constructing your garment.